So, good afternoon, guys. Anyone get any issue in installing the Python ID? Any of you? I think Shrutika ma'am have an issue, but I shared she's joined or not. Shrutika ma'am, Shrutika Chota ma'am, your issue got solved or not?
Not ma'am, I will solve it later.
Okay, so after this meeting, I will share your meet links to join with me, and I will check your issue. What's happening with it? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and any one of you getting a issue in making portfolio? Although I said linked with you in group yesterday, and if any one of you are getting issues with videos and language issue, then tell me. Okay, so we are starting for today. Today we are going to learn about basics of Python, starting from the basics like Python syntax, operators, and what is syntax, operator, data types. What are the data types in Python? Okay. So first of all, my screen is visible, guys, or not? Anyone, please respond. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
So first, I will show you basic Python syntax. So if we are working on a Python 3, it's the syntax print brackets, and in double quotes we have a string. That is the syntax that we are going to print. The hello world is going to be our output in the screen. Okay, so this is our basic syntax for printing hello world. We don't need any libraries, any header files, or any function in Python. We just write down print in a id. Let me show you. Here we write print. We don't apply any semicolon or anything else in this Python code. Okay, now I'm going to run this file. So it is showing me the output hello. Actually, the file that is run is not the basics. For I have if I need to run the basics, it run the Python project. So the main python.py file is run here. If I open it, it will printing hello. Let me comment out these two files. I am using NetBeans ID. You guys can use anyone that I have shared you yesterday. You are comfortable with which ID, you can use it. So output is hello. So this is the basic syntax of Python that we use to display an output in the screen. Now variables in Python. We create variables like message is equals to hello world. This is assignment operator. This hello world, this is message assigned to this variable named message. Message is the variable name. So when we print the value of this message, the value that we assign to this variable is print out. So if we print message print more important thing in a Python is indentation. If I change this line in C and C++, this line have no issue, error. But if I write like this, it will give me error. Okay, so in Python, most important thing is the indentation and proper mentioning of lines. So message variable have value hello world, and when we print message, it will display the value hello world. We didn't use here double quotes because message is a variable. If we insert here any string, we only use double quotes. Otherwise, we don't. If we want to print any variables value, we don't use double quotes. Okay. So this is about basics of Python in how it will display an ID or in uh, command prompt. Now concatenation in Python. So concatenation means combining of strings. In Python, we can do using plus operator. If first name is Albert, last name is first name is a variable, last name is also a variable. Its first name value is Albert, last name value is Einstein. The full name is equals to first name plus single apostrophe. This will give the, we can also use here double quotes, or it's up to you, we want to use single quotes or double quote. This is for space between the first name and the last name. If we remove this quotes from here, if we directly print out the first name and the last name, it will show without a space. So if we want to print with space, first name, like first name, last name, full name, and then print full name. If I remove this, only printing first name plus last name, so it will print Albert Einstein. But if I put single quotes between this, so this give the space between the first name and last name, and it will print Albert space Einstein. So this is what string concatenation is. String concatenation could be done by plus operator. Now we are going to learn about operators. First, we learn about operators in a Python. Now, operators. First operator is print 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 will give you the output 8. Then x is equals to 5. This is the assignment operator. 5 values assigned to this variable x. Now, this is plus equals to 3. Plus equals to 3 means this is assigned. It is something like x is equals to x plus 3. So whatever the value of x is, we are adding the 3 in that value. So if we print out this value should out to be 8, because x has already stored the value 5. We had defined x as equals to 5, so the output will be 8. Now x minus 3. Now the value of x is x. Wait. X is equals to 8 here. So when we print x minus equals to 3, the value is x. Now the value of the x is changed and it becomes 5, because 8 minus 3, 5. When we print this x value, it will be 5. Now x product is equals to 3. So this is the product operator, and its value now, x values now become 15. Now when we print x, here we give the x value is 5. Okay, let me show you the difference here. So x divided by 5, x is equals to 5, and x divided by, when we do x single divided by 3, so the output is 1.6.67. It's give the whole integer value, what will be the output. But if we use double operator here and print out the output, it will print 1. This is double division operator, and it will reduce the it will print out the integer value only. The decimal value outside after this will not going to print. So there is a difference between single operator and a double operator. Okay. Then this is modulus. This will also print x is equals, if x value is 3. So this will also going to print modulus value. So modulus here is going to be x5 modulus value is 2 because x divided by 5 divided by 3 is remainder is going to be 2, so it is modulus. Now I have explained you this already. Now this double product, so it is power, it's like x to the power 3. So output of this file is going to be x to the power 3 means 5 to the power 3, and that is 125. Okay, so double product, double star is power. Now then this is AND operator, this is or operator. So what AND operator and what OR operator is going to be, let me copy these two. 5 by 3. Anyone of knows about bitwise operator? It's working of bitwise operators. These are bitwise AND operator and these are bitwise OR operator. Okay. Now one more here. These are operators in Python. This is not. So let me print the value of this. This is AND, OR, and not bitwise operator. Now, here there is a difference between single equals and double equal. Double equal means we are comparing these two variables. Here, single equal means we are assigning this value to the variable x, and double equal means we are comparing this variable with this variable. So, if we compare these two variables, both of them are not equal, so the output would be false because 5 is not equals to 3, and the output is Boolean value. Output is not integer, it will be the Boolean true and false. Now we check for the condition x is not equals to y. It is true because x is 5 and y is equals to 2, then the output is true. For this, output is true because f5 is greater than 3. Here output is going to be false. This is also true because x is greater than 5. If we change this to 5, it will also become true, but if we change this to 6, then this condition is going to be false because this is not the condition is the condition that is following this is by x less than or equals to y. Okay, so this is the comparison operators. Now for this, here these are the and not operator in the Python. AND operator, x is greater than, here we check the condition. If both the conditions are true, then it will output true, otherwise it will output false. So if x is greater than 3, here condition is false, and x is less than 10, but x is not greater than 3. Yeah, x is greater than 3, this condition is also true and this condition is also true, so the output is going to be true. For the next x greater than 3 or x greater than 4, we are checking for the condition. Let me show you the output of these files. So for x greater than 3, x greater than 3 means 5 greater than 3. Yes, this condition is true. And x less than 4. 5 is not less than 4. This condition is false. But this will give you the output true. Because in OR condition, if either of the condition is true, the output is true. So here for x first statement, the output is true. For the second statement, output is true. Now not operator. Not operator is change the output of the operator that we have operation. So like if x greater than 3 and x less than 10, this condition is true. So the output should be true. But we have applied not operator here. So it will change the output and the output is false. So these are the AND, OR, and not operator in the Python. Now we are going to is and is not operator. Going to check is and is not operator. Right. So these are two lists. these are two lists. List in the is the data type in the Python. So I will explain list after, but now I am explaining you what is operator and is not operator. First, x is equals to, x is a list apple and that have values apple and banana. Y is another list that has also value apple and banana. And z is equals to x, means we are storing the value of x in z. So now print x is z. We are going to check x is z. So it will print the value true because x is z. The values that in x are also in a z. So let me show you the out. Wait, change here for something. So the output is true because the x value we are stored in a z. Now we check for the x is y. No, because we have the values that we store in, although the values of x and y are same, but x is not stored in a z. Sorry, x is y. Yeah, all the values of these are same, but x is not stored in a z. So that's why it is displaying a false. X is equals to y. It will print out true because the values that are in x and that are in y are equal and same. So the output is true. Now x is not z. X is not z. Condition x is z. This will print true. So obviously this is going to be print false because x is z. So this will giving you the output false. Now the x is not y. It is true because this one is false. So not condition, not operator change the output. So it is going to be true. Now x not equals to y. This is false because x and y have same values. So this is the false. Now for the next operator, in and not in, we are going to check. So in this, we have a list x that have apple and banana. Print banana in x. It will print true if banana in x. If banana is inside this list, so it will print true. Otherwise, it will print false. So if we check for banana, yeah, we have banana. So output is going to be true. But if we check for wait, now the banana is in x, so the output is going to be true. Now we check for print a in x. A is not in x. In x we have apple and banana, not a. So it will giving the false. Now pineapple not in x. It is true because pineapple is not in a. We don't have pineapple here. We have only values apple and banana, so it is also true. Print a is not in x. A is not in x. Yes, we don't have a here. If we write it like this, what's so now the value of a is changed because we have a in x, so it will print true. So now the output is changed. So these are the basics operator in Python. Now we are going to learn about the data type in the Python. Guys, इतना समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone having doubt till now?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are going to study some basics of basic data types. First, we use type function to find out which data type is we are going to print here. Okay, so we have value a variable that is that have value hello. We are going to print its data type. Now we have variable b that have value 20, and we have variable c, and similarly we have variable d, and we are going to print all these variables value and their data types. So hello have class string, means hello is variable type of string. Then 20 is variable, 20 is type of integer. Then C variable 20.5 is of float type, and the D that is 2j, that is complex variable. You guys all I think familiar with I plus j complex numbers. So this is the complex variable. So in Python basically we have the data types: integer, float, string, boolean, and complex. Okay, then we have also other data types like list. Wait, there is something issue. Okay, so these are the data types. Now we are going to print all the data types of Python. E, F, G, K. E variable, we store list. List is a data type in a Python in which it has a symbol A is like it can be empty, or the values we insert inside square brackets. Okay, so this is, wait for a second, I think some semicolon is missing or colon. Okay, let me print the output of these. Okay, so now banana, mango, and apple, these are the data types of string. So here list banana, mango, and apple, these are the class list, means this is the list data type. After that we use single bracket, this is dictionary. List, then tuple, then here g is equals to range 6, this is range variable, like 0 to 6 it will print 0 if you want to print anything like 0 to 6 or 0 to 10. So this is range data type. Then this is dictionary. Dictionary have two values, the one is key and the other has value. This one is key. Key for a particular key we have a value. Key could be same, but sorry, values could be same for different keys. Now this is sets, this is frozen sets. So the, and this is wool. K is equals to true. True means this is boolean value. It could be true or it could be false. If we change the value of this false, it has class wool. Okay, so these are the data types in Python. Now we go for a list data type. You guys are familiar with, wait, I will complete first boolean data type. So boolean data type, if we print bool hello, so what, this is the data type of boolean value. What will be the output of this? Let me show you. So it is true because in Python, this is if we insert any value inside this bool function, inside this, if we put output this, it will give you false. It will give us false because inside this there is no value. And if any variable have any value, it could be integer or anything, and if we try to put it is true or not, then the output is going to true because it has some value. So bool mainly used for checking it has some value or not. Boolean data type could be used for that. So this is bool. If we print 15, so it is also going to give the output same, true. It will also print true because it has some value. Now if we print bool x or bool y, x have value hello and y have value 15. So if we output these two variables, the output is also going to be true and true. Now bool abc, this is some value. So bool function is actually we use for checking the variable has some value or not. So abc has some value, 1 to 3 is some value, this is also some value, so it will print true. Now we are going to check for this, is this these have some values or not. Okay, so these are going to be all the false because false means obviously false. None for if there is no value, then it will give false. There is here is also no value, here list is also empty, dictionary is empty, here tuple is empty, here in the string there is no we use only the double quotes and there is no string. So this is going to be false. Zero is false value. So in Python, zero is false and rest of the zero other elements are true. So these are the condition for the false value in Python. Now we are going to check for this. This is a function Python. My function named it my function return true. If my function print yes, else print no. So this is the function for checking the if there is function any function or not. So the output is yes, yes, because we call this function. If my function here we call this function and this function have value true, so the output is yes. And if we don't call this function, the output is going to be no. Okay, so these are the Boolean data type in Python. Boolean mainly used for checking there is some value in it or not, and the output of like conditions, checking condition, comparison operator are also Boolean values. It is always true or false, neither one or two. It's not going to be one or two. If we compare between anything, compare between two variables, the output is going to be true or false. So these outputs are the Boolean data type. For today, I think guys, that's enough. For tomorrow, we are going to learn list, dictionaries, tuples, and sets, other data types in detail and their methods and string methods. For further, then I am not giving you today any task for you guys because first you have to complete your portfolio task. Complete it till tomorrow. Then tomorrow I will give you one basic assignment regarding this basics of Python. So prepare for it and try to complete your portfolio as soon as possible because tomorrow there is a presentation meet for portfolio. So try to present your portfolio tomorrow, not wait for next day. Okay. Anyone having doubt?
Ma'am, I have small doubt.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, in data type, you given d equal to 2j. What j indicates, ma'am?
Ma'am, this is that is complex data type. You have complex number. You have learned about complex number I plus 2, I plus xj, or I plus 5j, or so this is the complex
Yes, ma'am.
equation. J is you got it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So anyone having query? Okay, guys. So you guys can leave. And Shrutika, Chote ma'am, um, you please wait for a second. So if anyone having no doubts, then you guys can leave. Kanika ma'am, now you can stop sharing, stop recording, because I have just only to sort out the doubt of Shrutika ma'am. So if you want
Okay.
to stop recording, that's up to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kanika. Thank you, everyone.